last time I spoke to Katherine, she called us up on her home phone, called me a B, only she said the word, and she hung up. I don't know why she did that.
You will respect me enough as a man to not disrespect my wife in my face. My mother's reply to that was, I'll say whatever the I want to say.
Well, Ty says his wife, Nicole, has not spoken to his mother, Katherine, in over 7 years. Here's what Katherine has to say about Nicole, who she refers to as that girl.
Up until the time this girl came into our lives, Ty and I were extremely close. My son has a double degree from West Point in engineering. And once he got with this girl, he's not been an engineer since. I call her this girl because I believe Nicole is a liar. This girl claimed that she was an attorney, but she had nothing to show that she was an attorney. When you type her name up for the bar, it popped up. But when I investigated her, she has 5 names. She has Virginia Nuevo, she has a man's name. The investigator that I hired told me she was a grifter, the type of person that is paid to do scams. She lived with me 10 months. It was a complete disaster. I was the cook for them. I was the maid for them. I even changed their sheets. She would leave body waste from her monthly cycle all over the house. She would leave nasty soil pads on the doorknobs throughout the house. That scared me. The turning point in my son's behavior was the night I came to see him after he called me crying. He was so sick, he couldn't walk. He couldn't even stand up. He had a temperature of 106. He was totally naked. This girl had a rag just wiping him like she was in a daze. And I could see his urine was orange. I believe this girl actually poisoned my son. On January 14th, 2006, I got a phone call saying that my son, Michael and Chris, had just been in an accident and they thought Michael was dead and that they had rushed Chris to the hospital. I definitely believe my son was murdered. I believe that Nicole was involved with the people who schemed to murder my son. Right now, I've not spoke to Ty face-to-face in 4 years. Ty packed the children up, and moved to Oakland, which is a place he said he would never, ever live. Every conversation that I have with my son is negative, mean, cruel, for no reason. My son acts like he hates me, and I don't know why.
Well, Katherine, it's good to meet you.
Glad to meet you too, Dr. Phil.
First off, let me tell you how sorry I am for your loss.
Thank you.
Of your son. It's a terrible thing. Please accept my condolences for that.
Thank you.
Now, let's fast forward 7 years to where we are today. You've not talked to her in 7 years?
We really never spoke. She lived in my house 10 months, and I believe we had maybe 25 words. She would get on the computer at 7 in the morning, and she wouldn't get off.
Dr. Phil, I never lived with her.
You never lived in my home in Linwood?
We lived in your home, but you did not live there. I'm not gonna sit there and let you lie.
She's a liar, and she's taught you to be a liar. So let's let Dr. Phil do his job.
Okay.
Let's let Dr. Phil do his job. You brought me here.
You can continue to ask
You
ask
brought
your
me here
questions,
because
Dr. Phil.
I wanted to come here.
Okay.
So let's the doctor
Let's
do
let the
his
world
job.
know just
So
how
let's-
far you've lost it.
Exactly. Let the audience and Dr. Phil decide how crazy I really am.
You crazy.
Dr. Phil, please continue.
Well, thank you. I believe I will.
Come on, Dr. Phil, so I can really get him.
Get him.
Okay, well, so let's talk about this woman
Fine.
here. You call her
This
that
woman,
girl,
yes.
this girl. Because you have a lot of specific allegations of her.
Yes, I
right?
do.
If you look over your shoulder, I made a list. You said she gave Ty psychotropic drugs via his genitals.
That's how I believe she got it into his system because of the color of his urine when he was sick. See, some parts are left out. When I went to see, Ty haven't said that he called me at 11 o'clock at night, literally crying, a 30-year-old West Point graduate, literally crying, saying, "Mom, please come. Something's wrong. I don't know what."
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.